What's up? So, I'm just gonna warn you now, if I'm looking down at the questions because I have my computer right here. And so, I'm going to do the chronic illness tag because a month and a half ago I was diagnosed. And I do believe that's one of the questions. So, sorry for skipping ahead. On YouTube, my name is Weirdology. My name is Brianna. Call me Brie. And I will be adding this more into my channel of discussing what's going on in my life and what I'm going through as I'm getting all this stuff figured out. And I do have a drink. If I do take a drink, I'm sorry. Speaking of which right now. And if I do have a Snapple, I do read the fact. And I will read the fact for you if I'm filming with it. This one is real fact 834. Right-handed people tend to chew food on the right side and lefties chew on the left. Nice. I am left-handed. Sweet. So that means I must chew on the left side of my mouth. Okay, so I'm gonna get into this chronic illness tag. Like I said, I'm looking down at my computer. So the first one is, what illness do I have? I suffer from EDS, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I suck at saying the name. And it basically just it's a connective tissue disorder that, like, I have the hypermobile type, so it, like, affects my joints. So I can do things like this kind of thing. Get out of it. Do things like this more than normal. Down here. Like, that's how far most people can go. That's how far I can go. I can almost touch going backwards on both hands. Stuff like that. When was I diagnosed? Like I said, I was diagnosed a month and a half ago. And I was diagnosed at my primary care. I have not been hospitalized yet. But I almost was, but they decided to let me go because they couldn't figure out what was wrong. So this was even after I was diagnosed. And I tried to tell them, and they're like, "Oh, you have a headache. It's a sinus headache." And I was like, I literally just said, my whole body feels like a headache. I didn't say it was a headache. I said it felt like a headache. You know, the pounding of a headache? It feels like the most part of the pound. So that's what it was. I have had surgery, but I did not have surgery for my chronic illness. I had my tonsils taken out, and that was it. But I've almost had on my knee, but it still wasn't for my... But it technically is, but it isn't, because my ACL is not healing correctly at all. So my knee's giving out on the side more than usual. But this knee also, without any... Like, I've had no trauma with my knees whatsoever. But they both give out just randomly. What do I wish people knew about chronic illness? I wish people knew that just because one day we can do something and the next day we're literally lying in bed shaking because of pain, not being able to do anything, not even, like, go to the bathroom without help, and then the next day being able to do something again, just because it was one day doesn't mean we are faking it. That's what my problem is. People think you're faking because you did something yesterday that you can't do again today because you're just lazy. That's not how that works. How can awareness be raised? People being willing to talk about it and talk about the true facts and not be spreading misinformation about it and not talking about it at all. Who knows about my illness? My guardians and my Nana and my best friend knows kind of what's going on, but she doesn't know. Oh yeah, and my taekwondo instructor knows. That's about it. My dad and my grandma and my grandpa and my mom don't know, so we're getting there in that one. How does my um, illness affect my life? The fact that sometimes it sucks to walk upstairs. Normal people hate walking upstairs. For me, it just sucks. Getting up and my knees pop in and out of place. Walking downstairs, my ankles are popping the whole way down. Writing puts my left wrist out of place all the time. Let me think. Oh yeah, my knees give out all the time, like I swear, all the time. Oh yeah, and holding my hand up in class tires me out way faster than normal people. And if you could tell the medical community one thing about your illness, what would you tell them? I wish they would understand that just because you can, like, touch your finger, like do this, and then there's other days where you can't go past this because it hurts. Just because that one day you can't go past this point doesn't mean you can't do this. And the fact that the symptoms I tell you, I'm not making them up. You act like I want to go through these symptoms. What I'm telling you is what's happening. And you need to let me finish in what I'm saying before you can go any farther. And yes, I'm aware that I'm not very hyped in this video. It's because it's like, what is it? It's 11:50 at night. And I'm drinking Snapple. And I did my hair and my makeup. And my legs hurt because I'm sitting crisscross. So I'm going to end this video soon. But a thing is that you need to realize that everyone goes through it differently. And you don't always know the best. You don't always know who's faking and who isn't faking. Because honestly, who cares if they're faking or not? They're going to be shown they're literally going to be exposed one day or another. You don't need to be the person to do that. You need to focus on yourself and let somebody else deal with their own stuff. You telling them they're faking and telling them what they're doing is not real and it's actually real and it's actually happening to them. It's going to make them feel so bad. Like, really bad. And it sucks. And I think I'm going to end my note on that. But I'm your pansexual little weirdo. This is the Snapple I've been drinking. And all I gotta say is, I'm out.